is Theresa K. Thomas. I'm a Tarrant County Master Gardener. Welcome to the program Natural Home Landscape Design. This presentation is supported by our regional water supplier, Tarrant Regional Water District. They maintain 4 area lakes and the pipelines needed to provide the surface water to the local treatment plants. These plants clean the water to meet the drinking water standards for our communities. They also work with many cities in the Tarrant County area, such as Fort Worth, Arlington, Mansfield, Watauga, to provide water conservation programs to the community. Conservation is an important water supply strategy to help the needs of a growing population. There are over 2.3 million people in Tarrant County now, and it's expected to double in the next 50 years. That is why TRWD supplies many programs that help save water throughout outdoor watering and gardening education. At SaveTarrantWater.com, you can sign up for their free weekly water advice. It is custom for your area. If you're a resident of Tarrant County, you can sign up for their free sprinkler evaluation. A licensed irrigator comes to your home and provides recommendations to reduce your water waste. There is also an event calendar where you can find information about future classes and workshops. TRWD also partners with organizations like Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the Tarrant County Master Gardeners to provide the education programs like this one. Be sure and check out SaveTarrantWater.com and sign up for their free service. How to use our natural resources in and around our homes. We're going to talk about water conservation. We're going to talk about gardening, soil preparation, compost, mulch, and what plants that you might want to use. There are 2 basic methods for sustainable living for our homes: water conservation and plant selection. In the urban areas, 25% of the water used is for landscape and for garden irrigation. Much of this water is used to maintain traditionally high water demand landscapes, or it's just not applied efficiently. In an attempt to reduce the excess water use, we are educating the public on the principles of earth-kind landscaping to help preserve and protect our most valuable natural resource. How many times have you seen this or this? It is our responsibility to ensure that the water is being used wisely. If you have an irrigation in your property, an irrigation system audit has proven to be the best effective tool. For the Fort Worth residents, TRWD offers a free sprinkler check, and some of your other cities do as well. You just need to call your city Parks and Recreation Department, check with them, and set up an appointment. You can do your own inspection of your site. You can look for leaks or clogged heads or the tubing. You can look at each head at each zone to see if they're working properly and if they're watering the right area, proper area, that all the areas have been covered and no water is going into the areas that are not being watered, such as driveways, sidewalks, fences, and other people's yard, all the hard space. You can do your own performance test. Run each zone for a set time. A recommendation is 5 minutes. And measure how much water is collected in the collection devices. A general rule is 1 inch of water per week. On the left is a container you can buy commercially. On the right is just a tuna can, or you can use a cat food can. You spread them out through your yard. You set a timer. You check how much water is in the cans. You want them even. If they're not all the same level, it may be that you need to check your heads and see if they need to be cleaned or changed or something. Of course, if you have 1 inch, you're good. But you'll have to adjust the timing if you don't have that 1 inch. You want to water a depth of 4 to 6 inches. And you can check that. You can use a ruler. They have a probe you can buy, or you can use a pencil, whatever you want to use. You need to water early in the morning or in the afternoon. They say that you have a 60% higher evaporation if you water during the day. It's recommended that you leave your grass blades a little longer. It helps with evaporation, and it also helps with the root stress if you have grass or plants in a shaded area, because they don't dry out as fast. Drip irrigation is one of the most efficient ways to save water. It's 90% more effective in your flower beds or your vegetable beds. On the bottom is how it can be laid out. You can buy the tubing in a whole kit at your box stores. It comes with the connections and all the stuff you need. It hooks up to your water faucet. It hooks up to your rain barrel. Up there on the top left is a netafilm, which is usually what you'll buy. It has a emitter in there that the water trickles out. And it's kind of like what we've used for years. We've used a soaker hose that you can use about a year and they crack and everything, but we've used those for years and you can still use them. It's just the netafilm, it lasts longer and it's more efficient. How about trying to collect some rainwater? It will save you money on your water bill. It reduces demand for the municipal water supply. It makes efficient use of a very valuable natural resource. It reduces flooding, erosion, and contamination of surface water that has sediments in it, and pesticides and fertilizer that go into the drain from the runoff. Here is another example of a rain barrel that a lot of people use in their homes. It's hooked up to the gutter system. This is something that you can do yourself. At the bottom is a spigot where you can hook up a water hose or a drip system. It is elevated to get the flow of water from the barrel to wherever you're going, whether it's a garden or using it as a water hose. The picture on the right is a cistern or a rain tank. Some areas, some homes, some properties need a larger system to catch rainwater. Please note that 1 inch of rain per 1,000 square foot roof will equal to 600 gallons of water. Look what you can save to use this water in your irrigation or to feed your livestock or animals. 11 ways to save water indoors. Replace your old toilets. Older toilets can use up to 4 times more water per flush. Repair your water leaks. You're going to save hundreds to 1,000 gallons per month. Take shorter showers. You can save up to 2 gallons a month. Install regulators in your faucet. That'll save up to a gallon per minute. Use Energy Star clothes washers. They use 15 to 20% less gallons per water per load. Install a efficient shower head. You can save up a gallon of water per minute. Know where your master shutoff switch is or valve. That can save if you have a water leak or if you've got water damage. You'll know where to turn that water off. Wash full loads in the dishwasher. Pre-scrape instead of pre-rinse. That'll save you 20 gallons of water. Turn off the faucet when you're rinsing large containers. When you're washing dishes, if you wash them by hand, most of the time we run that water in that other sink, and that can save you 2.5 gallons per minute. And turn off the water when you brush your teeth. We're going to talk about how we can use some of our natural resources in a garden bed. The first thing you need to do is a soil test. A soil test will reveal the specific nutrients that your soil is needing and will help you choose the correct fertilizer. This will help you save money because you won't just be adding just anything to your soil. And also it helps pollution. When it rains and everything runs down to our sewer systems and down to our underground, and it'll protect the contamination as well. Now you're ready to start a new bed. So we're going to amend our soil. A rule is 1/3 soil, 1/3 expanded shale, and 1/3 compost. On the left, the picture shows that first of all, you got to clean off all the area really good. Get rid of the weeds and all the roots and all the old stuff. Then you're going to add your soil on top. And then you're going to add your compost. Compost, be sure and remember that you need a finished product, whether you do it at home or whether you buy it. If it has an odor, if it's kind of messy, sticky, it's not ready to be used. The expanded shell will be added on top, and what this is a man-made product. It is treated so that it's porous, so when it's added, it'll help with the water drainage and it'll help to bring air into the soil setup. So when you plant plants in there, they'll be able to get water and oxygen just like we do in order to survive. Compost is without a doubt the best soil amendment for your plants. In addition, it's helping to recycle nutrients that plants need. It helps our soil infiltrate more water, hold that water during our different seasons and our growing season. Plus, it helps keep the food and the landscape waste out of the landfills, which is a continued growing problem. Composting is a process of converting organic matter into a rich nutrient soil amendment by the best way to recycle uneaten soil food. And this is an age-old practice. Our gardeners today love the value of combining kitchen waste with leaves and grass to make the compost. Your plants will love you for it. Now, compost must be finished. It can't be half raw. If it smells or if it's sticky to your hands, then it's not ready. You can compost once, work it into your soil during your planting season. And then you're going to put a layer of mulch over it after you put your plants in. If you've never composted and if you need information, You can go to tarrantmg.org and you can get some resources there, or you can go to your Texas A&M Extension website. They will give you a formula how to start your own backyard compost. You can compost in a little container in the kitchen. So please check out the website and find out more information how to compost. The value of mulch. Experienced gardeners know that mulch is one of the best methods of growing healthy plants and conserving the water at the same time. Mulch is simply a protector, a ground covering protection that saves water, reduces evaporation, prevents erosion, controls weeds, and in case of organic mulches, it enriches the soil. There are several types of mulch out there. You get the one that works best for you. Hardwood works great in this area, plus your cedar mulch, but you have to add anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of mulch annually, and it protects your beds and your plants. Native plants are a species of plants that grow naturally in a particular ecosystem or region or habitat without direct or indirect human actions. They will save water. They are drought tolerant, heat resistant. They will survive our local rainfall. They have a deep rooting system. They provide improved water quality. We don't use pesticides. We don't use fertilizer. It'll help our air quality because we don't have to mow as much. We don't have to run our gas weed eater as much. They provide food, shelter, and water to tons of wildlife. And it's a year-round. And some of our animals need a specific native plant to survive, like your butterflies with your milkweed. They reduce maintenance. You only have to water so often. Some of your grasses, you mow just occasionally. They give us a sense of peace. You know, when you sit outside or you go on a hike, you're hiking there and you're looking at all the plants that are unique for your area. And it just makes you feel like home. Here is a slide just showing the root system of native plants. If you look on the left, that's a grass, that's a Kentucky bluegrass. It has very little root system. All these others are all native plants. The one in the middle is our coneflower. And the root system is very important to the life of a plant. It's your anchor. It provides water and air and nutrients from the soil that moves up into the leaves where they can interact with the sun and produce the sugars and the flavor and the energy of the plant. They help store water. The roots transfer water and minerals to the plant. It also, when they run that water through there, like if you have watering or if you have a rainstorm, that water is cleaned as it runs through that root systems. This is a very, very short list of native plants that grow here in our area. The Texas lantana is at the top. The Blackfoot daisy is the third one down. It is a low-growing plant. The autumn sage is the second one. It has beautiful red blooms. You can cut those back after it blooms and it will rebloom. Your blue mist is the last one, and it attracts all kinds of butterflies. It's a beautiful plant all year long. You can go to the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension site. You can pull up superstars. It will give you a list of plants that are drought tolerant. They're native and non-native. You can go to the North Central chapter of the Native Plant Society. They have a list of plants that have been grown by members for the North Texas area. The next two slides are just a couple of landscape ideas for native plants, and you can see how beautiful they are. Pictures of some of the landscapes. How about having the best of both worlds, an edible landscape? You can use attractive food-producing plants in a garden rather than just ornamental glasses. It offers fresh, affordable food, a variety of blooming plants, changing all year long, and some of your flowers are healthy and nutritious as your plant. Flowers of most herbs are healthy to eat, and there are certain plants that are overlooked that are edible. A lot will provide home for your bees and your butterflies. It makes a great conversational piece. It's fun for your family. You can use pots on your patio, in your window, hanging baskets. You could plant a fruit tree in a pot. A lot of us plant lemon trees. This is just some pictures of some gardens that have both type of plants in there. The one at the left has the Blackfoot daisy with other stuff in there. I see rosemary, I believe. The one on the right looks like it's got a lot of herbs in there, and there's a grass in there. Maybe that's your lemongrass. The left has tomatoes with the orange background plant, the purple, the red there at the bottom. This one on the very end is a raised bed where they're preparing to get ready to plant. Here are some edible flowers. Tulips are not only pretty, but the petals are eatable. Dandelions, baby's breath, bee-balm, daylilies, rose petals. Isn't that wonderful? How about taking a walk, hike, or a bike ride when you get through with your new garden? Spending time with friends and family at a local nature center, reserve, or garden is not only good for you mentally and physically, but it can be good for the health of the plant as well. Think about bringing gloves and some extra trash bags with you and pick up along the way. You might be surprised how much fun you'll have and how much your local green space can use a little love. The biggest source of water pollution is the debris from our urban areas, and the more we pick up, the more our entire community will benefit. This is some of the resources we used. AgriLife Extension, the Native Plant Society, Texas Smartscape, Texas Superstar. The last email is our website, tarrantmg.org. The phone number here, 817-844-1945, is our help desk. You can call anytime from on Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8:30 to 4:30. They will be glad to answer any questions. This was where you'd call and get a soil kit. They will send it out from the office so it will be made available for you. So if any questions, please give them a call. Thank you for coming tonight.